Describe solar industry as an outsider. So 2012, it's kind of started and became Wild West very fast. A lot of bad players, a lot of con artists. Is it still happening?
You know, it is. Like any industry, especially in construction, whether it be roofing or solar or air conditions or general contracting, there are bad apples out there. And it's up to us, being the good contractors in the industry, to deputize and to put it out there, the rights and the wrongs, the do's and the don'ts, what you should look out for when making a change to solar energy, right?
I love that you said. I want to interrupt you right there and stop you because it's so powerful. Like we should police ourselves because we know the guys when we do call out contractors on the Roofing Insights channel. People often say like, "Oh, what are you, roofing police?" And I always say, "Well, police does not care about this. Government does not care about it. Like if I know, if a roofer knows another roofer who's doing something wrong, and you don't say anything, you don't call it out, who will?" Like you're the solar guy. I don't know who's right, who's wrong. I love social media. I love YouTube. When I need advice, I go to YouTube and I find expert like yourself. You're the best person in the world to expose something. There's one channel guy used to because he lost that job at a Chevy dealership, and he was given advice how to buy a car and not to get scammed and not because dealerships also used to have like all the fees and stuff, and he's like, when your dealer does this, like of course his industry hated him, but he was doing what's right for the consumer. He became super popular. Met him at a YouTube conference. At that time he has like 500,000 subs. Great guy. This is what I'm talking about. If someone from car industry, finance industry will not tell us what was going on there, government, FBI, FTC, all of those agencies, they're so behind. It takes years for them to catch on. But you are as an expert today, all of you guys who's watching, you can, if you know something, turn on a camera and say, hey, here's what's happening. And I want to talk about it because exposing the ugly truth eliminates the truth. I always bring an analogy with the light. When you turn on light, dark disappears. Light does not fight with the dark. Light always wins. When you expose the dark side of the business, it has to go away. It's very hard to keep going once you exposed. Like, and people just don't think about it. But one time you expose something, like bad practice, any bad practice, anyone who's still doing it will have to stop because they don't want to be exposed.
Exactly. And this is the perspective that I look at it from. The reason we need to be deputizing the people who are doing it wrong is because if you don't, you're actually hurting yourself because
Sure.
they're damaging your industry. And it's up to us who have worked extremely hard, blood, sweat, and tears to get to the point of where we're at to protect our industry. And solar being somewhat a new industry, it's still fragile. What I see coming down the path is more regulation. Right now, it's monitored by the Department of Business and Professional Regulation in each state. And then depending on each state, their licensing boards, whether it be the electrical or the building side. And they need people like us to put out the information that helps customers see the truth, to see the light, and to eliminate the dark. I wouldn't say there's a ton of scammy solar people out there. The misconception comes from the ads that are driven online. Because it's such an educational piece, it's really hard to educate people on Facebook because they're scrolling so fast, right? And you need a solid 4 to 5 minutes just to explain just the high level points. And the lead providers and the lead companies out there, they would create these really, and I hate them so much, and I always comment on them like, you guys are killing our industry. You need to take this down. Because it'll show a picture of the governor, it'll show a list of zip codes, and it'll say, hey, if you live in this area, the governor's giving you free solar. Sign up today. And then they take that data and they turn around and they sell it to all the different solar contractors who then reach out to them to try and book an appointment. Now, when you go out to the house, it's up to you to educate the customer, right? It's up to you to take them through the process. And we have a 15-step selling system that is very defined, and we know when our guys are off the system. We take the customer through what to look out for. We take them through basically a truth test to show them, Does the company have general liability and workers' comp? Are they subcontracting any work? How many years have they actually been in business? Are they using U.S. Made equipment? Are they backing up their warranties with a third-party warranty? For instance, a lot of these new companies that are in the industry, they'll offer a 25-year workmanship warranty, but they've been in business for 3 years. How can they sit there and say, hey, I'm going to give you a 25-year
Very
warranty
common.
that I can stand on? The reality is that there is programs out there that you can get a third-party, basically insurance coverage that if anything ever happens to your business, your customers are still protected. And that's what we've done since day one. We always try to shine the light on the way to do it the right way, because solar is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It is a long-term, smart money plan. It is an investment.